What went down between Rasheeda, Karlie Redd, Yandy, and Kimbella at that high-profile event is about to make headlines and change the game for these women. What started as a night of mingling at a lavish VIP event quickly turned into an all-out confrontation that none of us saw coming. We're talking full-blown betrayals, screaming matches, and yes, even wigs being snatched. So, how did this all go down? How did things escalate so quickly that security had to step in? And most importantly, why did Rasheeda and Karlie Redd decide to go off on Yandy and Kimbella in such a savage way? Get ready for a messy breakdown of the events that led to this chaotic scene. And trust me, you'll want to hear what's really behind the drama. The event in question was the kind of high-profile VIP affair that attracts all the glitz and glamour of reality TV stars. There were designer gowns, shiny cocktails, and an open bar stocked to the brim. Everything you need for a night that could go south quickly, especially when reality TV personalities are involved. And that's exactly what happened. Rasheeda and Karlie Redd arrived at the event looking like they stepped right off the pages of a fashion magazine. They were stunning, glammed up, and absolutely confident. You could tell that these women were about to steal the spotlight. Meanwhile, Yandy and Kimbella were already inside, sipping their drinks, clearly enjoying their time. They had no idea what was about to unfold. When Rasheeda and Karlie walked in, the vibe at the table completely shifted. Sources close to the situation have suggested that there's been tension between these women for quite some time. Yandy, in particular, had been throwing some serious shade behind the scenes, calling out Rasheeda and Karlie as opportunists and clout chasers. She even accused them of not being authentic and trying to use their relationships to climb the ladder of success. This kind of talk never stays behind closed doors for long, and it was clear that tensions were brewing. But what really pushed the situation to the breaking point? Things started off with what appeared to be a friendly enough greeting. Fake. Grins, passive-aggressive small talk, the usual. But as Rasheeda leaned in close to Yandy, everything changed. Yandy's face immediately shifted. Her smile disappeared, and she sat back in her seat, eyes wide, looking as though she'd been slapped across the face. Then, in a bold move, Rasheeda called out Yandy right there in front of everyone. "Why don't you tell Kimbella how you've been trying to steal my business contacts?" Rasheeda shouted loudly enough for the whole room to hear. The room went silent as everyone turned to look at what was happening. It was a public takedown, and there was no going back. Yandy, stunned by the accusation, immediately retorted, calling Rasheeda delusional. But it wasn't just words anymore. This was about to get physical. Karlie was already on her feet, to join the fight, and things were escalating quickly. The tension was thick, and you could feel the energy shift from small talk to full-blown battle. But it wasn't just words that made this confrontation so heated. Karlie had receipts, and she was ready to use them. Screenshots of conversations were on hand, and they didn't lie. It turns out that Yandy had been secretly trying to undercut Rasheeda's business deals by contacting her business contacts. Yandy had been trying to secure deals that Rasheeda was already in talks with, and Karlie had the proof to back it up. As soon as those screenshots were revealed, things got really ugly. Yandy's face drained of color as she realized the situation had gone from bad to worse. She tried to deny the accusations, but the evidence was undeniable. This wasn't some petty rumor. This was cold, hard proof of Yandy's backstabbing. And as Yandy tried to push back, Karlie lunged across the table and snatched her drink right out of her hand, causing Yandy to gasp in shock. But the drama didn't end there. As Yandy stood up, trying to defend herself, Kimbella immediately sprung into action to protect her friend. Kimbella tried to intervene, but Rasheeda was already ahead of her. In a move that shocked everyone, Rasheeda grabbed Kimbella's arm and pushed her back, sending her crashing into the table. It was a full-on physical altercation, and security had to step in to break it up before things got completely out of hand. And that's when it got even crazier. Yandy screamed for help as the chaos continued. She was panicking, begging for assistance, while Karlie and Rasheeda stood there, unfazed, with smug smiles on their faces. They were in control of the situation, and they knew it. The altercation was so intense that even the producers of Love and Hip Hop probably couldn't believe what they were witnessing. This wasn't just a typical TV drama. It was real, raw, and out of control. The moment security finally intervened and separated the women, the damage had already been done. The entire altercation was filmed, and within minutes, it was all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, and the drama was trending everywhere. Memes flooded the internet, with one showing Karlie holding Yandy's wig like a trophy, captioned, "Winner takes all." It was a savage moment that had everyone talking. Hashtags like Don't Karlie Rack, Rasheeda versus Yandy, and Kimbella in shock were trending. And people couldn't stop talking about it. Some even went as far as saying that Yandy had learned the hard way not to mess with Rasheeda's business. Others were quick to mock Yandy for getting caught up in a situation she clearly wasn't prepared for. But here's where things got even messier. The altercation wasn't just about the immediate fight, it was the beginning of a much larger conflict. Sources close to Rasheeda and Karlie claim that this was just the first move in a long game. Rasheeda and Karlie weren't done. Not by a long shot. The two women were reportedly ready to expose even more secrets about Yandy and Kimbella, and they weren't going to back down anytime soon. Rasheeda and Karlie are said to have a treasure trove of receipts about Yandy's behind-the-scenes behavior. They've got emails, text messages, and even a leaked phone call where Yandy allegedly talks about how Rasheeda's time in the business is done, and that they needed someone younger to take her place. It's clear that this fight was never just about a business deal. It was personal, and it's about to get even more personal. After the incident, Yandy's team immediately went into damage control mode. They tried to spin the narrative, claiming that the altercation was unprovoked and that Rasheeda and Karlie had ambushed Yandy. They called the fight an attack on Yandy's success. But the problem was, the receipts didn't lie. The video footage, the screenshots, and the leaked messages told a completely different story. It wasn't an ambush, it was a well-thought-out retaliation, and Yandy's team couldn't deny it. As Yandy tried to clean up the mess, Karlie was already one step ahead. She posted on Instagram stating, "You think that was bad? Oh, honey, we've got more receipts." It was clear that Karlie and Rasheeda weren't done airing out Yandy's dirty laundry, and they were going to make sure the world knew exactly what happened behind the scenes. Yandy's attempt to change the narrative quickly backfired, and the more she tried to explain herself, the worse it got. As the drama continued to unfold, there were even rumors that Yandy was considering legal action. She reportedly discussed the possibility of suing Rasheeda and Karlie for defamation and assault. But let's be real, what exactly is she going to sue for? The truth, Rasheeda and Karlie had receipts, and they were ready to back up their claims. Yandy couldn't erase the evidence, and now it was a matter of whether she could fix the damage to her reputation. But it wasn't just Yandy who had a lot to lose. Kimbella was also caught up in the mess. After the altercation, Kimbella unfollowed Yandy on Instagram, a clear sign that their friendship might be in trouble. Yandy tried to reach out to her, but Kimbella wasn't having it. She posted on social media saying, "I'm loyal, but not stupid," further distancing herself from Yandy and the chaos she had caused. The question now is, what's next for Rasheeda, Karlie, Yandy, and Kimbella? The fight at the event may have been the beginning, but there's clearly much more to this story. Rasheeda and Karlie have been keeping their cards close to their chest, and sources say they're just waiting for the right moment to drop more bombshells. With Yandy's endorsement deal now officially off the table, and with the leaked receipts and video footage circulating online, it's clear that she's in for a rough road ahead. But will Rasheeda and Karlie drop more dirt? Will Yandy be able to salvage her reputation, or is this the end of her career as we know it? Stay tuned, because this drama is far from over. As we've seen, reality TV drama doesn't just stay on the screen. It spills into real life, and the consequences are never as easy to clean up as people think. This story is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Make sure to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts. What do you think about the fight? Did Yandy deserve it, or was Karlie and Rasheeda out of line? Let's talk about it. As the drama unfolds, the public's reaction to this savage altercation has only grown stronger. Fans, bloggers, and even industry. Insiders are all talking about what happened between Rasheeda, Karlie, Yandy, and Kimbella. Social media has exploded with opinions, memes, and hot takes. But what's even more surprising is the way the entire situation is affecting these women's careers, their relationships, and their standing within the entertainment industry. Rasheeda and Karlie Redd seem to be coming out on top in this situation. Their bold actions, supported by the receipts they've gathered, have shifted the balance of power. Karlie and Rasheeda aren't backing down. They're riding the wave of this confrontation and making sure the public knows they won. Both women have leveraged the aftermath to their advantage, showcasing their dominance in the situation and capitalizing on their newfound status as the ones who exposed Yandy for her alleged underhanded tactics. While Rasheeda and Karlie are reaping the benefits, Yandy's reputation is taking a massive hit. The leaked receipts and public confrontation have left a stain on her image that she may not be able to wipe clean anytime soon. As one of the more well-known figures in reality TV, Yandy's credibility is essential to her career. With the endorsement deal she was reportedly trying to steal now gone, the future doesn't look so bright for her. The luxury fashion company that once had its eyes on her is now reportedly negotiating with Rasheeda, adding salt to the wound. The entire situation has had a ripple effect in the industry. Reality TV stars and influencers are all watching to see how this unfolds, with some expressing sympathy for Yandy, while others are quietly nodding in agreement with Rasheeda and Karlie. The situation has caused a significant shift in the alliances within the industry. It's now clear that Yandy's once strong position has been weakened, and she may struggle to regain her foothold in the business. Meanwhile, Rasheeda and Karlie have emerged as power players, gaining even more respect and recognition for handling the situation with authority. As the dust settles, the legal aspect of this fallout has become a focal point. Yandy's team is reportedly exploring the possibility of filing a lawsuit against Rasheeda and Karlie for assault and defamation. However, there's a major issue with this. How can Yandy prove that she's been defamed when there is so much irrefutable evidence pointing to her trying to undermine Rasheeda's business? The leaked messages, the videos of Karlie snatching her wig, and Rasheeda's firm statements about what happened paint a picture that's hard for Yandy to dispute. A lawsuit, especially for defamation, could be a risky move for Yandy. It could backfire, especially since many of the accusations are backed by tangible evidence. Furthermore, with social media buzzing and the receipts being shared widely, trying to paint herself as the victim in this situation might just make her look like she's refusing to take responsibility for her actions. If she chooses to go down the legal route, Yandy would need to come up with some serious evidence to support her claims. But given the explosive nature of the confrontation and the amount of proof against her, this might turn into a lengthy and public legal battle that could further damage her career. For Karlie and Rasheeda, the decision to release more receipts could be a calculated one. It's possible that they're holding on to even more evidence that could completely ruin Yandy's reputation. Some insiders are saying that Rasheeda and Karlie are waiting for the perfect moment to release additional bombshells, perhaps when the public's attention is on Yandy's next move, or when she least expects it. Karlie has already made it clear that she's not afraid to go public with more information, sharing cryptic messages on her Instagram stories and posting sarcastic comments about the situation. Rasheeda, too, is in no rush to drop the drama. In fact, it seems like both women are playing a longer game, letting Yandy and Kimbella dig themselves into a deeper hole. The longer Yandy tries to save face, the more Karlie and Rasheeda are sitting back and watching the fallout unfold. This is a battle of patience, and so far, Karlie and Rasheeda seem to be winning. They are taking control of the narrative and ensuring that they are the ones coming out on top. Their calculated moves are giving them the upper hand, and Yandy is left scrambling to defend herself. As if things weren't bad enough for Yandy, Kimbella is now caught in the middle of this mess. The altercation that took place at the event, combined with the fallout on social media, has caused a rift between Kimbella and Yandy. In the aftermath of the confrontation, Kimbella unfollowed Yandy on Instagram, signaling a major shift in their friendship. In the world of reality TV, unfollowing someone on social media is the ultimate form of public rejection. It's a modern-day breakup, and it's not something that can easily be ignored. Sources close to Kimbella claim that she feels blindsided by the situation. Apparently, Yandy had been working behind her back to secure deals that involved Rasheeda, and Kimbella didn't know about it until after the drama went down. Kimbella now feels like she's been taken advantage of, and it's clear that she's distancing herself from Yandy to avoid getting caught up in more of the drama. After the confrontation, Kimbella reportedly tried to reach out to Yandy, but Yandy was having none of it. Kimbella's loyalty is now in question, and she's trying to figure out where she stands. Should she continue supporting Yandy, or is it time for her to walk away from the friendship and the chaos that comes with it? What started as a public spat between 4 reality stars has now escalated into a full-blown war. This is no longer just about business deals, betrayal, or public confrontations. It's about power, control, and reputation. And in the world of reality TV, where everything is amplified for the cameras and social media, these women's careers could be on the line. Rasheeda and Karlie have shown that they won't back down from a fight, and they've proven that they're not afraid to expose the truth. Yandy, on the other hand, is scrambling to protect her reputation, but the damage is already done. The leaked receipts, the public altercation, and the growing social media backlash are all taking a toll on her. What once seemed like a minor dispute has turned into a full-blown scandal that's going to have long-lasting effects. So, what's next? Will Yandy be able to salvage what's left of her career, or is she doomed to spiral into obscurity? Will Rasheeda and Karlie release more explosive information and destroy whatever's left of Yandy's reputation? And what about Kimbella? Will she side with Yandy or cut ties and move on? As the dust continues to settle from this explosive event, one thing is clear. This is far from over. The drama between Rasheeda, Karlie, Yandy, and Kimbella is only going to escalate as more receipts are revealed and more secrets come to light. Social media is buzzing, the gossip is only intensifying, and fans are eagerly waiting for the next chapter of this saga. Will Yandy be able to turn the tide and come out on top, or will Rasheeda and Karlie continue their savage attack and leave her reputation in ruins? One thing is for sure, this is one of the most dramatic and chaotic feuds we've seen in the world of reality TV, and it's not going to be forgotten anytime soon. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Yandy deserved what happened, or do you think Rasheeda and Karlie went too far? Should Kimbella stay loyal to Yandy, or is it time for her to cut ties? And what do you think is going to happen next? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this messy situation because, trust me, things are only getting hotter from here. Stay tuned, this drama is just getting started.